we have hit gold. We have recorded.
Oh,
This is game 2 of the Altitude Team Liquid StarCraft 2 Open, Strelok versus Tarson. Continue what you were saying, actually.
just common sense. It's close by air and one of the longest ground rush distances. Actually, a kind of a juicy little nugget here from Karnak is that Strelok actually wanted Desert Oasis, which has the longest rush distance and very close air distance as well, but it was banned from the map pool, so we had to revert to Scrap Station.
Which I don't disagree with at all. Let's get game 2 started here. Strelok versus Tarson. Tarson just squeaks one out there after coming through with the comeback, and Strelok, unfortunately just lost too much of his economy to be able to attempt a second push. And so here we are, game 2. Here's the countdown for you, Chill. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and as TJ Wade said, welcome again back to the Altitude TL StarCraft 2 Open. We are in the second semifinals here with Mouse Strelok spawning in the bottom right position, or I guess top right, depending how you think about it, position of Scrap Station as the blue Terran, and we have Tarson over here at the top left as the red Terran. And as we've mentioned before, the right side of Scrap Station, just for some reason,
gives
better.
You
that little happy, warm feeling in your stomach.
It's just better,
as opposed to the evil left side that
true.
Tarson has unfortunately spawned.
Like all this is prime real estate right here. Over on this side, it's like, what do you want to build over here? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. I'll never know. Chill.
Yeah, I can't understand it either, but I definitely feel it. Again, very standard here. We don't see any proxy play. 10 depot going down for both of them, finishing at 11. Both of them pushing up to 12 SCVs and then going to put down that 12 barracks. Going to add the 13 refinery. I'm going to use my powers of geniism to see that coming, and then it's going to get interesting after that to see what sort of add-ons they get onto their barracks and how quickly they get the starport out.
Scout's going to come out a little bit sooner by Tarson, and just as Chill said, refineries go down almost at the exact same time. We've got Strelok's Scout just a little bit late. So you can see in Scrap Station, you have no excuse to go by that Xel'Naga tower. In fact, I think you can't even click over in the other base. I think it's like the only map where they reward nubs for not scouting the tower right there. So Tarson going to make his way in, and a big difference here is even though we have a long distance, no Marine out. And in some of the other games that we've seen, of course, they have gotten zero information just because a Marine's been out here. Now, it's not going to be the case for Strelok, but has his SCV been any later, it could have been a little nasty. Not much intel to gather anyway, but it's always good to at least have that comfort level. The Marine does pop, and we are going to see Tarson saving that SCV and not really trying anything. The Marine will just check over there just in case anything goofy happened, and we continue on with the opening of these build orders.
Yeah, really interesting there. Both of them just took a look, saw that everything looked standard and didn't even take any hits on the SCV. They just both got them right out. And look at this. Strelok actually getting very aggressive, getting a tech lab, and pushing forward with these first two Marines. Also, if we can bring up the APM tab, we can see Tarson right now at 360, and I saw last game he started averaging around 310 and then settled down to about 160. So he's one of these players that really likes to spam quickly at the start to warm up his hands, and then as the game actually progresses, falls off. And look at this at the right side here, Tarson putting up sort of a hidden factory that similar to what we saw in the Select.
Yeah.
The Select versus Drafter game, and Strelok, however, countering with a really fast expansion here. Just two Marines pushing out to control the Xel'Naga Watchtower, going up with a factory. He's got his tech lab add-on with no units coming out of that barracks, and just, what the hell, throw up an expansion.
I kind of like it, I mean, like, why not? He's going to get the economic advantage. There's not really much of a threat of any sort of a push or any sort of crazy fast rush. So right now, all we've got here for Tarson is a couple Marines, and if he doesn't get a chance to spot that at all, and we're gonna have this SCV get sniped here at the Xel'Naga, as he just looks into the wall and hopes that maybe they won't see him there. But already we got the transferring of probes, so having this up so early may be an advantage. The question is he going to have enough production buildings? And he's about equal here to Tarson. So Tarson's likely going to have a little bit bigger army a little bit sooner. Again, that's a long walk distance, Chill. So maybe we could see something coming from Strelok that that time would allow him to get.
Right. Tarson trying to take advantage of the quick air distance, trying to sneak a Raven out of here, actually. And now switching over to 2 barracks, actually. I'm surprised that he decided to go for the Raven. I thought he would have liked something more of a Banshee or a Medevac, but Raven really that tends to be more useful on maps where you want to push quickly, get the Raven out, put the point defense drone out, and let your tanks do the work. But Raven here, maybe he's afraid of Banshees. This seems a little too safe in my eyes, and Strelok is just getting away with this expansion scot-free.
Stim going down for both players. Vikings are coming out for Strelok. You also see he's got pretty standard now. Only deviation from what he did last game is he's definitely got a Medevac out, which could have made a huge difference last time if you had control of the air, which Tarson actually did have most control of the air. And he also has a Banshee coming out too. No cloak on that quite yet. So I'm with you, Chill. I mean, maybe he is just sort of like covering his ass here with that Raven. But we've got here Viking scouting on the other side. A drop is about to happen here in the main. Strelok bringing in a couple of Marauders and a couple of Marines as well. He's going to instantly target fire this supply depot, and here comes the entire army of Tarson as they are not going to get jack. So a successful, I guess, supply drop right there. And also the Banshee's going to come out, so we may just chase it back over and see what kind of damage he can do.
And the Viking for Strelok swings around and checks the expansion of Tarson, sees there's no expansion there, so now he knows exactly what he's going up against. Here comes the Banshee. There's only a few Marines. There's 2 Marines in there. Does he have any other Marines to speak of? No. Wow. So this Banshee in his little stutter step going to be doing a lot of damage. He's got to get the Viking over. It's huffing and puffing to get over, but it's not. Okay, now it's on the way, but it looks like it needs to get its course redirected a little bit over here. It's headed towards the main. This Banshee actually not too many kills. It's only got 5 now. It's done a lot of damage, but it's not getting the actual kills on the board that it needs to be doing. 6 now. Tarson throws up his expansion. It's about half done. And where is this Viking for Strelok? I feel like it's been years since. Like, did he?
You're
lose
right.
This Viking,
where did it? Maybe it flew over the main base of Tarson. No, here it is, or at least one of them. It's going to now be.
He just lost control of it, couldn't find it, and he really paid the price there. He could have shut that down so much easier if he just had that Viking ready. But, not the end of the world losing a lot of SCVs. We see Strelok using supply drop a lot. So maybe he wasn't able to keep up with the multitasking to throw down his supply depots. Usually you really want to use scan and mules and not so much supply drop. Looks like Tarson is ready to push.
Yeah.
Do we have siege tanks out for Strelok? No, he's just going with this Marauder heavy Medevac style of play. He's got his Viking out, harassing a little bit on the incoming Medevacs, but I feel like Tarson's army is a little bit bigger, but if he waits too long, Strelok is really going to come ahead in the army count here.
Yeah, this will be interesting. He's going to push forward here real quick. No siege on those tanks, and he is going to fire it in. I guess he got a shot there. A bunch of Medevacs over on the other side, and he's going to instantly go for the Expo. A fantastic idea. It's going to take the army a while to get there. He's going to lift the command center almost instantly, and it is going to get target fired a little bit there while some of these Marauders do some damage on the workers. Now, where the hell is that army? And here they come. Pretty even. We're going to have early stim coming out by Tarson, but that front line just getting chewed down by the DPS of those Marines. However, here comes all the SCVs and a little bit of reinforcements here. So Strelok's going to try to hold on to this one. He does have the Medevac advantage, but we saw no pickups here. There's just these Marauders now, and they will get cut down. So, I mean, a good battle that comes out on Strelok's side, but I'm not necessarily sure that we have a clear player with an advantage right here. Let me look at the income tab. I mean, now we're still pretty even. I don't know, Chill, what do you think?
Well, Strelok although he saved his SCVs, which is the most important part, he spent a lot of time shuffling them around. He ended up with an income of about 100 for a long time because he just had a few SCVs.